seeing how LeBron like manhandled that ref, could you imagine if it was her instead? Would Adam Silver still be quiet and bury his head in the sand and not do a damn thing if he would have grabbed, held, and shoved her? All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope y'all are having a good day so far. So I got a ton of requests to check out this video from Angry Old Hoops. And this one is titled, Has the LeBron Era of NBA Finally Hit Rock Bottom? Now, truth to be told, one of you guys in the comments let me know that there's a little cameo of my channel in there. So I did watch that like 15 seconds. You'll see it when it happens. Yeah, this is, for the most part, from what I understand, this is going to be a lot having to do with that Suns game that I kind of blew up and I made that short video about, where, you know, LeBron is manhandling the refs, literally manhandling the refs, like something we've never seen before in basketball, like to that level, without leading to an automatic ejection and a possible suspension and definitely a fine. Well, we got none of that with LeBron. So the night I made that video, like, I mean, I still had a glimmer of hope, like a 5% hope that Adam Silver would do the right thing by the next morning and actually issue a punishment to LeBron, but absolutely nothing happened. So here we are. The reality is what it is. He's just going to stick his head in the sand like he always does and pretend like nothing ever happened and just let LeBron slide. And I got to say, David Stern was not perfect, but David Stern would never not acknowledge something like this. Anyways, you guys, let's get into the video. Let's see what this is all about. Shout out to AOH, Angry Old Hoops. Big fan of his, man. Honestly, like, I've been following him since, you know, way before I started a YouTube channel, and I got nothing but respect for the amount of work he's doing for YouTube right now. Like, he's doing awesome stuff, and I just respect the hell out of it. I always had. He's always calling this BS out, and I try to follow suit a little bit when it comes to this. Anyways, you guys, check out Angry Old Hoops' channel. The link is down below in the description of this video. You also see a list of channel members. Shout out to new channel member, gwildor, I believe is how you pronounce it. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Even if you're not a member, thank you for hitting that like button, hitting that hype button. All these things help. Throwing a comment in helps. I really appreciate you guys. Love this community. Love what we've become. And guys, let's get into this. Let's do this.
It's disturbing that my previous video showcasing a particular play wasn't even close to the worst part of the game. You might think grabbing the ref was the worst part. Maybe. There's a lot to choose from.
I mean, or the end of the game where the phantom foul for LeBron, where Devin Booker doesn't touch him, and then he gets 3 free throws, and that seals the game. 43 free throws, man.
And that's the point. There's always a lot to choose from. The absurd officiating in LeBron's behavior has been going on for decades. So why don't we start with a little history?
37-9. Yeah, I think the game, the Suns game, the recent one, it was like 43-22 or something like that. Like, that's the game right there. They beat us by 1 or 2 points on the free throw line, literally at the end of the game on the last second. So does that, like, should I take that win seriously? Like, oh yeah, you guys beat us. No, like, no. Take away your 20 free throws and no, we killed you guys. I freaking love this channel, dude. Angry Old Hoops. His officiating concerns. Sorry to break the vibe. 2023. Oh, is that when he was talking about, like, what's going on in the review center? Oh, that's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Oh, no. There's nothing quite like a big giant steroid ridden. Never mind. Allegedly, the big giant dude crying like that is the funniest thing ever. By the way, wait, 3 times a juicer. Okay, so I'm not the only one saying that right now. If my voice sounds off, guys, my allergies have been really out of control lately. So it is what it is. We'll get through it. A juicer. Roid rage.
Twice.
3 times a juicer.
Give me roids.
But I know they'll let you off the hook.
They won't even acknowledge it. Oh, do it. Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that time that Jordan got ejected.
He did.
And
but we've been talking about this in the comments too. Yeah, this is. I haven't seen this in a while. Let's do it.
you know, I saw other people talking about the fact that Jordan didn't get the protection that LeBron gets.
Yep.
And they were talking about, look.
And okay, so real quick, and then I'll rewind it and I'll listen to AOH. Okay, so it is kind of how I remember. He didn't put hands on the ref, but he still got ejected. Did he deserve to get rejected? Or ejected even though he didn't put hands on the ref? Absolutely, and I'm glad he did it. He was out of line. You can't get right into the face of a referee like that and get away with it. Even if you're Michael Jordan, LeBron James, I don't care who you are. He deserved it, and I'm glad he got kicked out of that game. That's exactly what should have happened to LeBron. All right, now I'm going to shut up.
You know, I saw other people talking about the fact that Jordan didn't get the protection that LeBron gets.
And he shouldn't have.
And they were talking about, look, Jordan bumped a ref and got ejected for it. And I watched the footage and I'm like, man, like even calling that a bump is pushing it. It looks more like when you misjudge your distance and your shirt touches the other person's shirt. Anyway, that's not even my point. My point is that obviously Jordan was pretty upset this time. And this level of being angry from Jordan was an actual rare occasion.
Absolutely.
And I might have teed him up or ejected him for the way that he was screaming at the ref.
I'm a huge Michael Jordan fan. I would have thrown him out too. You don't get right into my face and make body contact and stuff. Like that is too far. I would never throw somebody out for clapping or like staring at me wrong. But yeah, if you're going to get right in my face and bark at me, you know, kind of like LeBron does literally 5 times every game, I would kick that person out. I don't care who you are. That's what makes me mad, is that at least just once can we see LeBron get thrown out of a game, because he deserves it pretty much every single game. He does what Michael Jordan did in that clip every game to a ref.
Regardless of the bump. Guess what? LeBron does this to the refs nightly.
Hey.
Nightly. It's not a rare occasion.
No,
it's
we agree.
Nightly. He does the monster face, screams in their face. His mouth somehow becomes 12 inches vertically. I mean, he looks like a fucking demon-possessed person in the refs' faces.
Yeah.
Nightly.
Full rage. False reporting, false
How
announcing.
about the simple goal of getting some accurate headlines? This should read, refs snuff out the Suns rally. And I almost admire the speed at which the Lakers broadcast managed to edit out the part where LeBron James is fouling Dillon Brooks in time for the replay. That's impressive.
Yeah.
I had to find another broadcast to hear someone tell the truth.
Gets the ball with the shot, and he gets fouled.
Just listen to these two again.
And then after that, he goes right into LeBron for what? For what? I have no idea.
You have no idea? I mean, were you at the game?
I know. Did you
'Cause
watch
that
the rest
foul
of the
is hard
game?
to miss. It looks like LeBron's trying to block the shot with his shoulder. After LeBron James does something shady, these two and the rest of the sports media world will come to his rescue saying, oh, well, I understand why he's frustrated. This is justified. Well, isn't Dillon Brooks justified in being frustrated with the refs right here?
Yeah.
Instead, he gets in LeBron's face, but maybe he should have taken a lesson from the LeBron James rule book and bumped a ref instead.
No kidding.
Because you can do that without getting a tech.
Isn't that the dude? You're pointing out all the ironies I'm thinking about too. Dillon Brooks gets thrown out in the same game. He gets thrown out for bumping bumping LeBron. In the same game where earlier that game, LeBron actually grabs, shoves, and pulls a referee and doesn't get kicked out. Tell me that's justice. This is no justice.
And let's rewind to this play, because LeBron James causes this bump here. How about if Dillon Brooks says, I've had enough?
And that is LeBron.
And I'd be down with double technicals. In these situations, fine, but keep it fair.
Has had enough.
Well, if we're playing the it's justified because he's had enough game, LeBron is following Brooks in his face. There's a couple of techs worth right there.
Yeah.
There's a couple of techs worth right there. But you know what? LeBron's had enough, so it's okay.
Awful officiating.
Because that's what LeBron James did at the end of the game. He put on enough of a show that Dillon Brooks was assessed a technical later. Later. Not during the game, not on the spot, later.
Yeah.
And this
and I got to point this out, you guys. Seeing how LeBron like manhandled that ref, could you imagine if it was her instead? Would Adam Silver still be quiet and bury his head in the sand and not do a damn thing if he would have grabbed, held, and shoved her? You let me know in the comments.
Cast had a good point. If you can review for that, then you can review for the foul.
If you are using video review and replay as a true tool, and we've seen them go back in challenges and make foul calls, how do you not go back? As James, perhaps fittingly, missing the technical free throw.
Gets the ball with the shot, and he gets fouled by James, and nothing is called.
And that's why Dillon reacted the way he did.
Absolutely.
So if they roll all the way back, that should...
I mean, and James...
How is that not getting copyrighted? By tag team.
He hits him.
He came in with like
that's right.
A chop. And now James playing the victim.
Wow.
As they come in.
After review, Brooks makes illegal contact, unsporting contact during the dead ball and aggressively approaches James. It is a technical foul. He's been ejected from the game on his second technical foul.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? Wow. Wow. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that announcing.
Los Angeles will shoot a free throw. They called a timeout during that dead ball, and then they will advance the ball.
Wow, wow, wow.
So on the review, they felt that James' contact was not enough.
Isn't any contact on a shooter?
And then right after that, Devin Booker doesn't even touch LeBron on a three-point shot, and they give him the 3 free throws. I can't with the double standards, man. Just call the game equal.
Enough. That's what I thought.
The same set of officials
there we go.
could see that this was a foul, but couldn't see that this was a foul.
Yeah, thank you. You were reading my mind on this video.
I'd be frustrated too. Don't get me wrong. What Dillon Brooks did right here was stupid.
That was stupid.
What Devin Booker did was stupid. Booker, LeBron is not making that shot. Hey, Booker.
Agreed.
Here's your scouting report. Remember it for next time.
Wow. Game tying, go-ahead field goal attempts. Final 5 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime. Since joining the Lakers, 1 for 29. Yeah. That's why him passing at the last second is always the correct move.
But we aren't even in a situation of Booker feeling the need to contest that shot if the refs call this correctly.
Yeah.
Because that's a 4-point play.
Or I'm sorry, AOH, if they actually threw LeBron James out of the game when they should have, in what was that, the third quarter, when he was manhandling the ref. So none of this should have even been a thing.
A 3-point play. And this egregious bump, oh my, boy, that was really something. Let's be clear, that bump did not get Brooks ejected. LeBron James's temper tantrum got Brooks ejected. How about I build a case that Dillon Brooks and the Suns should be frustrated? Watch the sequence that Dillon Brooks just plays through. Blatant foul number 1. In fact, maybe that's 2 because he's got his right.
Yeah, I see it right there. He's pushing down on Brooks's left shoulder, and then you got the reach in right here.
arm on Dylan Brooks' shoulder, and his left arm is swiping through, hitting Dylan Brooks, and it's right in front of the referees. But we're not done. Oh no, LeBron's got to do his patented shove
I mean,
off.
let's be fair, AOH. Like, she's right there, yeah. But she doesn't want to get attacked physically by this guy. That's a big, scary guy.
Hey, you're a nobody. I'm LeBron. I get to shove you out of the way. Again, right in front of the refs. Nobody's talking about this because Dylan Brooks plays through it. Maybe he needs to assault a ref. Crumple to the ground, because both of those work for LeBron James.
Yep.
How about this flagrant foul on Marcus Smart? No call. I mean, come on. It's too much. If that's a Laker, that is a flagrant, and you're going to the line for technical free throws. Keep in mind, this is all in the final minute of the game that the Lakers...
Yeah, right. Okay, he started out all ball, but yeah, look at this. At this point, what the hell is this? This is not going for the basketball anymore, and this is not a basketball play.
Are getting away with this. Jesus Christ, did you see this shit? Amazingly, the refs finally call one foul, a blatant shove, a blatant attempt to get the ball handler out of bounds. Luka has the nerve to mock the referee. That clapping shit gets other people technicals.
Yeah, even back in the 90s, they used to get Dennis Rodman ejected from games.
And of course, LeBron thinks it's unreasonable. He doesn't even know what happens. He just puts his hands up and complains after every play. Even when they get the call, he does this. Oh, God, Luka, just stop.
Dude,
how about...
I read a comment the other day of... it was like, how did the NBA go from Splash Bros to Flop Bros with Luka and LeBron?
This little shove by LeBron on Gillespie.
Jeez.
Uncalled, of course. But if that was LeBron James, it would have been called.
Oh, yeah.
And LeBron turns it over, as he does at the end of games. I should say throughout games. I mean, he had 8 in this one, most of which turned into points for the other team. Like that one. Like this one is going to be.
Afro Circus. Oh.
People who try to justify the corruption of the NBA, the state of the NBA, say, hey, it's just an entertainment league. I say, if you want me to sign up for League Pass, give these guys 5 minutes alone with LeBron James. I'll pay top dollar.
But dude, I was just listening to this in the car the other day.
Once one's eyes are opened, you realize that LeBron James's career is one riddled with dirty plays and people telling you, no, can't be, because he's not a dirty player. Just say that over and over and over again for 20 or so years. Now combine that with the privileged status of being allowed to do things that just aren't legal. That's pretty much what his offensive package consists of.
And the older he gets, the more obvious it is.
Here's one from recent history. The retreating Kuminga is actually called for a foul on this play.
Jeez.
Here's a nice example that if LeBron James is falling down and out of control, you can't be in the lane. Otherwise, it's your fault.
Don't tell me they call it a foul on that, dude. Don't tell me they call it a foul on that. He just fell down because he's old.
There's the classic, you can't be where LeBron is planning to go.
That's actually a charge. Like, okay, hold on.
And then there's the classic, you can't.
Okay, the rule is if you're within this zone, which you can see they have a nice white line right there. If you're within this zone and you're trying to take a charge, that ain't going to fly because it's too close to the rim. But anywhere outside of that zone, which you're clearly outside of that zone, if you're planted like this,
can't be where LeBron.
And the offensive player just runs right into you and knocks you down, that's the most obvious charge call I've ever seen.
Is planning to go. I always enjoy seeing LeBron throw people and shove people without the whistle being blown. The mid-air shoves, especially the little sneaky lower back offhand shoves. Yeah, those are my favorite.
That's dangerous too, by the way. The only time I ever got thrown out of an organized basketball game was because I did that. And I did that out of retaliation because me and this dude were going at it all game. He shoved me at half court, and then he ended up on a fast break layup, breakaway, and I came up behind him and threw him on the damn ground. And you know what? I deserve to get thrown out of that game. 100%. I apologized afterwards, took it too far, and but LeBron gets away with it all the time. Like, come on, man. Come on, dude. And this is the NBA.
Those almost never get whistled. It's just kind of a disregard for other people's safety. And then there's the extracurricular activity, being able to get away with doing things that other people aren't allowed to do. Like always being the guy who shoves the other player.
Yeah.
He always gets to have the last word. Or in some cases, keep somebody down on the floor.
What the hell?
Of course, an all-time favorite is shoving someone to the ground, then needlessly stepping over them. That's an unsportsmanlike conduct technical if anyone else does it. But in this case, the guy that got stepped over gets the technical.
I know. It's stupid. That being a flagrant, like neither of these should have been a flagrant, but I do agree with the double tech. That's how I would have called that one. But that's if it was fair and it wasn't rigged.
Another favorite was when Aaron Gordon got a technical for being driven backwards out of bounds with a forearm in his throat and then receiving a final shove at the end.
Damn.
Funny thing is, his behavior seems to have gotten even worse now that he's older.
Yep. I said it earlier, 100%. His attitude, like, I don't know if it's like roid rage or what's going on, or he's just frustrated that he's old. But yeah, his temper, his like that what we saw in that Suns game, I never thought I'd see something that bad. And then for him to get away with it. So you got to think, if he's going to get away with this, he's going to do it again because no lesson learned at all. He won't walk away thinking, shit, I took that too far. So he's going to do this again and he's going to assault another referee.
I don't know if it's the insecurity, the frustration, or the alleged steroid use. But he gets to keep acting out in fits of rage.
You and I, AOH, we see eye to eye on a lot of this stuff.
Without being penalized. Here he is, screaming in the face of the female ref. No consequences. Never are any. I mean, he complains after every play.
Yeah.
Here.
So he's one step away from attacking her, too.
Says the F-bomb 3 times, slams the ball on the ground multiple times. All of those are supposed to be automatic technicals.
Yep.
Not one. Not
2.
Up with it comes
not 3.
Toronto, and that's Boucher doing work length.
No problem, LeBron. You just keep being the face of the league.
Yeah.
No technicals for you. Speaking of no technicals, it's one thing to not penalize LeBron James for what he did, but no one in the media, at least not the mainstream media, wants to talk about this.
Oh, it's my part to shine.
Because this is history. This hasn't happened before. We've never seen behavior like this before.
Nope.
Small YouTube channels? Yeah.
That's me!
Quite a few people were like, whoa.
Oh, well, what did 93 say? LeBron James is destroying the NBA. I read this post. Yeah. Yep, I'll read it for you guys. What he did tonight was a disgrace to the league. From all the whining while being a fake tough guy, stealing Luka's technical free throw, which he did, and he missed, and then the refs bailing him out with 3 more free throws after that, to grabbing a ref by the hands. I mean, guys, he didn't just grab; he held the ref, he shoved the ref. This shit is sick, and this is the greatest. Yeah, the greatest, my freaking ass.
How did he get away with this? But none of the big guys, not even those who are supposedly LeBron critics. Yeah. Nothing. And you have the option to take the platform of defending him. You have that Weasley manner that LeBron supporters have of making an excuse to justify just about anything. But you're just pretending it didn't happen.
Yep.
You're just pretending it didn't happen. Why? Well, because there's no defense for it. So, what's the best defense? Denial. Reminds me of the steroid allegations. Again, if your stance is that LeBron James is innocent and you want to try to put down all the evidence, and there's a lot of evidence indicating that he's guilty of this. Mm-hmm. But if you want to take the stance that he's not guilty,
new juice.
Go ahead. But once again, that topic is so hot that they don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
And it's not like enough time hasn't gone by. It's taken me a while to put all of this together. Somebody should have said something by now.
Okay. I posed this question, and it's a genuine question to you guys in the comments. Did Lance Armstrong get exposed for his PED usage while he was still an active cyclist, or did it come out after he retired? Let me know in the comments, please.
Today's sports media will report on anything. They'll report about tweets going back and forth between guys. You don't want to talk about this? The officiating alone was worth talking about. Nope. Steer clear of that. And let's steer clear of LeBron James manhandling a referee. I mean, we're talking about the NBA thinking that Luka wearing an armband with his number on it was worth posting about. You don't want to talk about this, huh? I did see something come out today.
I even saw something about Luka buying the Lakers employees all electric bikes and stuff too. But yeah, not a damn thing about this game.
By a certified knee-bending, ring-kissing channel.
Oh, jeez.
Why don't you show the second frame of this? I mean, this is false reporting. This is making the people who don't actually watch sports think something else happened.
Yep.
Because you are pretending that LeBron James is a tough guy. He's talking about old man strength and things like this. He crumpled to the ground in the next frame.
Yeah.
Why don't you report accurately? And you know what? I have to thank you for posting this photograph because it proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that there's no reason for LeBron James to have fallen down after this. If anyone should have crumpled to the floor, it's Dylan Brooks. He took the brunt of the punishment here. Instead, it was the 260-pound, completely innocent of any steroid use LeBron James that fell to the ground.
Dude, what is that little guitar lick from right there? Is that from like the Doom soundtrack?
Let's talk about this play, and we're going to have to break it down into a couple of categories. Category number one is whether or not you think this is a foul. And you would be in the right.
Okay. I'm going to be honest now, even though I'm a Suns guy and I don't like LeBron. You lower your shoulder like this and you hold on, let me see it one more time.
You think this is a foul. And you
Bang.
would be...
That's an offensive foul on Dylan Brooks, to be fair. However, LeBron does this 8,000 times a game, as you've already shown 1,000 clips in this video. So, yeah, that's an offensive foul, but it should be called on everybody.
In the right to argue multiple directions, because once upon a time, you were not allowed to create space like this. But those days have been gone for quite some time. And guess who introduced the age of, I want to knock people out of the way?
Yeah, LeBron James.
Taking too many steps, running into a defender, knocking that defender backward, then taking another step in order to get a shot that was only possible because the refs allow him to knock the defender out of the way, has been a staple in LeBron James's arsenal for years. Yep. Every single person arguing that that's not a foul, well then, how is this a foul? Side topic to circle back to, whether you think it's a foul or not, how does it make LeBron James crumble to the ground? Forget the fact that he's 6'9", 260, and balcoed to the gills. How would this make a 180-pound person collapse the way that he collapsed? Heck, I don't even have to use LeBron James to make my point. For variety, let me use somebody else. Another blatant cheater on the Lakers. This was not a foul when Luka Doncic did it. How is it a foul when Dylan Brooks did it? It's bad enough, but then Luka follows it up by jumping into the defender. Another rule that the NBA is bipolar on, and the rest of us watching are left confused.
I know, wasn't this the Harden rule, essentially? You know? But they're not, NBA sucks. Unless
you're LeBron James, and then it's not going to be a foul. You can lower your 6'9" gigantic self down to where you hit a 6'2" guy in the chest with your shoulder. But as long as you get the shot off, it wasn't a foul. This was called on Morant.
Wow.
And LeBron James is still complaining, which is another topic. He's always in the ref's ear. he doesn't get penalized for always being in the ref's ear. You'd think that there would be a statute of limitations. It's too much. You're always in the ref's ear. They are going to penalize you at some point. No, does not apply to LeBron James.
I'll tell you, if I was a ref, I'd be that one guy. I'd be that one ref to break the mold. You get in my face once, tech. You get in my face a second time, out of the game. Like, I don't care. Commissioner can get pissed off at me if he wants. I don't care.
Even when they call it in his favor, even when they illegally call it in his favor, he's still complaining. As if all of that wasn't bad enough, then he taunts. Yes, he is bigger, and he cheats, and he has the refs, and he still taunts. This is your face of the league, people. Which brings us back to the umbrella theme of this video. How did we get here? Well, LeBron James has gotten his way for so long that he tries to get away with more and more and more because, hey,
why not?
Why not? I keep getting away with things. And the league keeps lowering their standards to accommodate what he tries to get away with. Over the last 5 years, I've started referencing the NBA's own video rulebook to show that the NBA doesn't even agree with how they officiate LeBron James. They show examples that contradict the way that they officiate LeBron James. So many different discussions within just this play. For example, what if Dillon Brooks had jumped into LeBron James and then shot the ball instead of going back? What if you just released the ball? You know what? That should be a shooting foul on LeBron James, at least according to what you showed us with LeBron James and Ja Morant.
Absolutely.
What's the other lesson to be learned? What's the other conclusion that we can draw? How about if you fall down, the ref will blow the whistle for you?
Yeah,
it's
pretty
called
much
flopping.
That's a flop.
He's supposed to get penalized. He's supposed to get a technical for this. Instead, you rewarded him.
Yeah.
And you reward him over and over and over again. The guy who abuses people the most, the guy who brags about being a natural football player, flops the most.
You're right. I forget oftentimes that you're supposed to issue a technical for flopping now because they never actually do it. Let's be real. But I do remember that was supposed to be the new rule. That was really the anti-LeBron flopping rule. So to be fair, that's if the rules were actually like real rules and they were enforced, Dillon Brooks offensive foul, technical foul on LeBron for flopping. That would be the official call
of anyone in the entire NBA. And that's saying a lot now. Let's face it, the league had to introduce the threat, albeit a hollow threat, of cracking down on flopping because it became so bad during LeBron James's tenure as the face of the league. Problem is, they haven't cracked down on it.
Yeah, so they did it just to shut everybody up, like to put a warm blanket on the whole situation, to think it's going to change. And then, no, I mean, we saw they didn't actually change their behavior at all.
Particular, not with him. He has made the game of basketball a joke. He has made it unwatchable for real men, for real competitors, for people who grew up playing by the actual rules. And what do you do in return for him ruining the game of basketball? Do you punish him? No, you say, guess what? We're going to give you more. Do whatever you want to. We'll change according to your needs.
We're going to reward you. Yeah, it does drive me crazy, man, because, I mean, our generation of men, it was like we took pride in standing our ground. And now to see, and the thing is LeBron is just a couple years younger than me, so same generation. And to see him just go the opposite route and just like he never stands his ground. He always flops to the floor. It's embarrassing to watch. And him being the face of the league is embarrassing. It really is. NBA screwed up, man. It should have been Steph. Steph should have been the face of the league.
LeBron putting his hands on the ref multiple times is another case that I'm sure fanboys are going to say, oh, you're making too big of a deal out of it. To which I say, imagine that's anyone else.
Look at the expression on his face. Look at this. Look, You want to talk about Rasheed Wallace getting thrown out for giving a weird look? Look at this. Look at this look. They're within inches of each other. And down below, he's actually grabbing and holding the ref. How is this allowed?
Dillon Brooks, for starters. I mean, Dillon Brooks would be looking at a multi-game suspension.
Absolutely.
Likewise,
look at Draymond Green. They'll be saying Draymond Green needs help, and I hope he gets the help that he needs. And he'd be suspended for like half a season. Why do I know this? Because this shit already happened to him for way less.
He lunged at a fan. Imagine anyone else did that. The media would be having a field day.
I agree.
And as I recall, similar to this incident with the refs.
Yeah, tough guy. You can scare a woman. Real tough guy.
To the steroid allegations, the media pretended this didn't happen. Didn't talk about it at all. Imagine if Dillon Brooks lunges at a female fan courtside in an attempt to make her flinch.
Yeah, career's over.
Media is talking about that one for sure.
I mean, honestly, at that point, I think the commissioner would blackball him.
Here we have more antics from the face of the league. Should have been a technical on him, just the way he's behaving here. But what is he doing?
I don't know.
He's screaming to get the whistle blown.
Why are you hitting your head, bro?
They blew the whistle because he screamed.
That would have counted. Buzzer.
Nice pass by DeAndre to time is left in the half.
So now you can just like hit yourself in the head and get the foul called on somebody else. That's what you do. You just hit yourself. You foul yourself enough times, and then you get the foul called in your favor. Dude, sign me up. I can go play in the NBA.
Ballistic in the face of the refs because a breeze went over his head. At this point, Dillon Brooks would be a better face of the league. After a game full of whining, complaining, flopping, begging for calls, and insisting that the guy he's competing against be punished, he has the nerve to pretend to be nonchalant at the end of the game and say, it's just competition, no big deal. Really? Seemed like a pretty big deal to you a little bit earlier. Oh, and by the way, NBA on ESPN, I see you are capable of reporting on some things, along with your other
this is what I was talking about. I saw this, and I'm like, dude, can we talk about the big things? Like, not just Luka buying 100 e-bikes?
News.
Wait. Oh.
Watch the fake tough guy backpedal, his hands are in the air, he's crying to the ref. Now there's plenty of people in between them, and LeBron starts walking forward.
Hold me back.
Really?
Hold me back.
Now's when you're going to walk forward? I have a hard time crediting.
This is so funny, you guys. Look. When he's all alone.
Ref. Now there's...
Okay, hold on. Let me back up even further. All right, he's backing up.
Backing up. His hands are in the air. He's crying to the ref.
Oh, now you're going to hold me back? You're going to hold me back? Now I'm going to push forward.
Now there's plenty of people in between them.
Hold me back, man.
Starts walking forward. Really?
Hold me back.
Really? Now's when you're going to walk forward?
I'm going to get him.
I have a hard time crediting someone as being a tough guy when at 40 years old, a 6'9", 269 professional athlete feels the need to try to intimidate a female fan, and then goes and looks for validation with the other guys afterward. Really, this is where you get your confidence boost? Trying to scare a woman and then see if the other guys will laugh with you? Again, they have to take the higher road. They have to ignore the child in the room. Again, you grab a referee and say, I want you to remove this person. You can't be considered a tough guy, because the only thing that fan could possibly have done is hurt your feelings. If we're going to allow a precedent to be set that players whose salaries are being paid by the fans, if the players get to remove fans, fans should get to remove players. Sorry, that player's behavior was not acceptable to me. Ref, please remove him. Hey, ref.
I wonder if she could have like pulled some kind of lawsuit with that, like as a threat of physical violence that was captured on live TV and broadcasted all over the world.
That guy lunged at my wife. I'd like him removed. Look at LeBron's targets. Little old man referee. Little old man sports announcer. Apparently, intentional contact with the referee is supposed to be an automatic ejection. Well, look, we started the downward slope a long time ago. I mean, LeBron James has touched referees many times. In this case, he's grabbing a referee in order to use the services of the referee.
He's pulling him along, like, come here, do this.
Why wasn't he ejected for this one? Oh, right. They were both busy ejecting a fan. I'll try to wrap this up by asking a question. Where do we go from here? Have we finally hit rock bottom? I feel like they redefine rock bottom yearly.
Yeah, when it comes to LeBron stuff, it's pretty much every couple of days we're hitting a new low.
I mean, here's a guy who got away with grabbing the ref in order to complain, not about a bad call, but because he didn't like the behavior of another player. He's so entitled, he thinks he gets to grab a referee and scream at the referee because of somebody's behavior, not even a bad call. And the terrible behavior was swatting a ball that wasn't even in his direction, and simultaneously, this is coming from a guy who has a history of whipping balls intentionally at people.
Oh man, y'all see Billy Madison? It makes me think of that. Y'all, everybody here is in a whole lot of trouble.
This is coming from a guy who has a history of whipping balls intentionally at people. I'm going to end on that. Not the strongest point, but I've got 23 years of material to work with. Let's pray it's not 24. Let's pray to God it's not 25.
I know, man. I don't even know what to say, dude. It's he's giving birth. Hashtag bald. Why you gotta end the video like that? Oh my god. You know, you guys, as I'm gonna do this little short outro here, I often, and when I'm watching this stuff, and I don't mean just AOH, like when I'm watching these games live, and I see these ridiculous things that he gets away with, like sometimes I gotta wonder, like, is this actual real life? Am I tripping? Like, did I just maybe I died like 15 years ago, and you know, this isn't actually reality, because how could this be the same sport that I grew up watching, allowing this nonsense with LeBron James? Like, what does he have over the league? Like, what does he have over the commissioner? How can he have this much pull and power? It doesn't seem like it's realistic. It should happen. This is like Saturday morning cartoon villain stuff, you know? Like, this is not reality. Anyways, I'm out of here, you guys. Leave your comments down below. It'll be a good time, like it always is. I'm just dumbfounded at this point. Like, I'm in absolute disbelief. But it's not true. I mean, I just don't like this. I don't like this as a fan whatsoever. I want this to stop. And it's why I keep calling for his retirement, is because I think when he retires, a lot of this stuff is going to go away. Because when they're this lenient with LeBron James, they have to kind of like be lenient with other players a little bit too, just so it's not so obvious that he's getting preferential treatment. So I think overall the rules will be enforced more once this guy is out. But guys, I gotta be real, because he said hopefully not 24. I don't think he was retiring after this year. It doesn't look like he's gonna do it. I think he's gonna play one more year after this, because here's the reason why. Of all people that we know who have ever played the game of basketball, who would be the most desperate for a farewell tour for an entire season? Come on, it's him. So I think maybe at the end of this year, he's going to announce next year is my final year, and we got to put up with this crap again. And it's disgusting. And people, you know, people can ask, like, well, why do you talk about him if you don't like him? Good question. Here's why. Because what he is doing on the court and getting away with on the court is affecting the rest of the sport. you know? So that's why it's happening. When he's gone, I could care less about what LeBron James is doing. I will really care less. The only time I'll bring him up is when I'm talking about, you know, this rule's like this because LeBron was getting away with it. So hopefully, like, that fades away over time. But you can't talk about basketball right now and not talk about LeBron James, because this guy is just like, he's a little Tasmanian devil. You know, he's just ruining everything that's going on. So anytime the NBA makes any positive progress, this kind of crap happens. You notice how nice it was early in the season when he wasn't playing? No one was talking about LeBron. No one gave a damn about LeBron. We were happy watching basketball again. And then he came back and it became a freaking clown show again. So it is what it is, guys. I am out of here. Shout out to AOH and thanks for putting that little clip of my channel in there. I appreciate it. Great video. You're kicking some ass lately, man. I've been, even the videos I'm not reacting to, I've been watching your videos. Always been a fan, even a bigger fan now. But anyways, go check out his channel. Link is down below in the description. Guys, like the vid if you could. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And most importantly, don't be Balco. You'll get rage. Be water, my friends.